What's up guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you the basics of passing and receiving in soccer. So let's get into it. Before we start, the things you'll need are a soccer ball, obviously, and some sort of way to bounce the ball back to you. You don't necessarily need something like that, but you'll learn a lot faster because you won't be chasing the ball after you're passing. So it'll bounce off and you can just keep passing over and over again. A wall works fine, like an actual wall of a building. This bench works perfect. There's actual things made for soccer players to hit the ball at. So if you want to buy one, like it's probably like $50, it's just a plastic wall, go ahead, do that, but just get something you can bounce the ball off of. Now to start off, the first thing you want to do is figure out where you're hitting the ball on your foot. So the place you want to hit it at is right here, if you can see it. It's the inside of your foot where the flat area is, not to your toe, not to your heel, but right in between. So right there, it's a solid place where you can hit it, but it's not like nothing slanted. It's a pretty flat area. So where you're pointing, it'll go. You know, it's not very inconsistent. It's pretty consistent with how it's going to hit. So it's a perfect place on how to pass. And as for your plant foot, the foot that's not hitting the ball, you want it generally pointed in the direction of your pass. So say I'm passing straight towards the camera, I'm going to line up my foot to the camera and swing my foot like that, right? So you want to swing it forward towards where you're hitting it, obviously, and you don't want to go like that. You don't want to hit it sideways because then it's going to go left, or like go like that, you'll hit it right. You want to hit it straight, simple, and consistent. The big thing is consistency. You want to get consistent as possible when passing because you don't want to be missing passes all the time. So basic swing, if you get the ball, right, get a little golf swing and get a little practice swing in, right? So plant, swing it forward, okay? So the same thing with the ball, swing it forward, just like that. Pretty simple. Now you know the form of passing and how you're supposed to pass. Let's actually start practice. So take whatever item you got. Oh, by the way, you can use a person too. If you have a friend, just pass to him, right? It's a good target and he'll pass back, obviously. And you can get two people practice in one, right? It's pretty nice. So take whatever you have, either your person or your wall or your bench or whatever, and line up as straight as possible. So when you hit the ball will bounce straight back to you. So now, use what I said, line your foot up towards the bench, get your foot, whatever foot you're hitting with it, turn it to the inside, and just simple swing, right? Swing straight at the target. Just try and hit the target, obviously. Let it come back to you. Just do this a couple times to get used to it. Now, as for receiving the ball, the first thing you want to do with receiving the ball is you need to understand the concept of basically killing the ball, some people call it. So when the ball comes to you, the ball will come to you at whatever force it is. It could be coming at you slow, coming at you fast. You want to put force into the ball, like you're almost passing it back again. So the reason you're doing that is to cancel out the force. So say it's coming at you fast, you want to hit it pretty hard backwards to stop the ball. Because if you just stick your foot out there, it's going to bounce off your foot. It's going to go who knows where, right? So once you pass the ball, put some force towards it when it comes to you, so you stop it, right? So, right, if it's coming at you slow, you don't really have to do anything. You can just let it bounce at you. But it's coming at you fast, the faster it is, the more force you have to cushion in it, right? So once you get used to passing the ball straight, just do this repetitions over and over again until you get used to it. Once you get used to it, do your right foot, do your left foot. I would start with your strong foot, but I'll also work your weak foot. Because if you don't work your weak foot, you're never going to have a good weak foot. And if you work the weak foot enough, you'll have two strong feet. You'll be ambidextrous, you know what I'm saying, ambidextrous or whatever you call it. So work your other foot. Same thing. Just hit it straight, let it bounce off. Pretty simple. All right, once this gets easy for you, passing the ball at the wall or whoever you're passing it to, and it's coming back, you receive it, you pass again. Once that gets easy and you do both sides, make sure you work both sides, you can now do one touch. So a two touch is when it comes at you, you take a touch and you hit it back, right? Take a touch, hit it back. One touch is you don't receive, just hit it at the wall, right? Pass it at the wall, work both feet. It's a little harder, right? But it'll get you better because you'll see professionals do this. Instead of receiving it, if you don't receive it, it'll be faster. It's a faster way of passing because you don't have to waste the time to receive the ball. It's a harder way of passing, but it's faster. And if it's faster, the defender doesn't have as much time to defend you or get on the guy you're going to pass it to, right? Once that gets easy, another progression you could do is taking turns inside or out after you pass it. Okay, so first of all, you can just receive and take a touch outward, or you can take a touch and come inward across your body. So you can go outward this way, or you can go inward this way, right? On both feet. Once you get used to that, let's get the receive part, right? Same thing as last time. Just take a touch, take a turn, inward or out, and skip the receive part. Because you skip the receive part, it's faster. It's a little harder because you have to control a bouncing ball potentially bouncing ball while you're turning also, but it's faster. Again, it's harder for the defender to get on you. So take a touch, inward, or take a touch, outward, like that. The last progression you can do, it's very similar to the way you turn, the turning progression, is to take a touch in the direction you want to go. So say I'm getting a pass here, say that's the offense, I want to go score, that's the defense side, you're the defense side over there. I don't want to go to defense necessarily, so I want to go offense, right? Say I pass, I can take a touch, or let me try that again. I can take a touch towards the direction, first touch, I want to go. Very similar to the turning. It's pretty much the same as turning, just you're not necessarily turning, you could be going left or to the right, or you could turn around full 360, right? If you want to go behind you. Just make that first touch the direction you want to go. But say like there's a defender on this side, like the left side or whatever, you want to take a right, turn right, same thing. Just take your first touch to the right away from the defender. Also, another progression you can do in all of these is to take a look behind you before you receive the ball. The reason you do this is to look behind you and make sure there's no one behind you, right? Say there's someone behind you and you turn into them, or you do a turn and there's someone behind you. You're going to turn into the enemy and they're going to grab the ball from you and you're going to lose the ball. But if you take a look, you can see where the opponent is and you can turn the opposite direction or away from it, right? So take a look and then receive it. It's got to be a quick look, right? And you can get information from this, and it'll be easier to decide which one to do next with the ball if you know who's behind you, who's in front of you, and your general surroundings, right? It's like checking your blind spot if you drive. Same thing. It's the same premise. But that's pretty much all for this video. Nothing really else to go over. Tell me if I missed anything. Tell me if you have any questions in the comments, and have a good day.